Hey there, Media Mail Gang. It is Katie with KateyReads, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I resell used books and ephemera on multiple platforms, and we talk about that here on this channel. Today, I wanted to talk about a platform that I don't give a lot of attention to, and I'm going to start giving more attention to. I had interviewed Esther a couple years back from Pango Books. She was the marketing director there. And now I am kind of diving back into the platform. I sold on there for a little bit, but I focused my attention onto other platforms. Now I'm kind of spreading things back out again. And Pango Books is one of the platforms that I'm going to try and list more on. Essentially, I think in a way I am trading Whatnot for Pango Books. Whatnot and District. I love District. I love that platform, but it's just like Whatnot where the sales and the community and the traction and the growth that you need are all in live selling. They're both very centered around live selling, which is great. And I love that people have options because not everyone enjoys Whatnot or likes Whatnot. For various different reasons. So District is a really great alternative, and I'm very happy to have been a part of the Trash to Cash guys that started Dibdit, and then other marketplaces that I've joined, like Keeping It Real, that Bad is Rad had started. But a lot of the sales really revolve around live selling, and that's just something I can't do right now in my career. My lifestyle, everything else going on, it's just too difficult to go live long enough with the right type of inventory to grow that. So I really need to focus on platforms that are able to allow me to grow in a static listing type setting. So I've chatted with quite a few different other booksellers, and I've kind of come to the conclusion that Pango Books is something that I'm going to put myself out there with books that I would have normally sold on the Whatnot platform. And I feel in volume, this is going to be worth my time. It's very easy for me to set aside a shelf down here in my inventory office space area for Pango Books. And I'm going to give it a try. I think that with how long it has been now, like I interviewed them back in 2023. So it's been almost 2 years now since I originally interviewed them and had them on my platform. And in that 2 years, I've seen pretty significant growth. A lot of people are aware of them. A lot of people use them. A lot of readers and book influencers encourage people to purchase used books off of that platform. So there's a pretty good audience on there. And I think with the right type of inventory that's maybe low dollar amount, like too low for eBay, but perfect for Pango Books, if that kind of makes sense. And I do want to give a shout out to Bob's Buys. Heroin Bob, she is on Instagram and YouTube. She's a reseller, a bookseller. She sells everything, but primarily I see a lot of book content from her. And she did talk about Pango Books, and that kind of like put a light bulb up here in the noggin because I thought, you know what? Yeah, I need to get back to that platform. I have a few books listed, but I haven't like aggressively listed. I don't have any discounts in my store. So I've just kind of changed my approach towards Pango Books. And what I wanted to do in this video is show you guys the platform, what it looks like on desktop, and then show you what it looks like when you list something on the mobile device. Now, I will say that Pango Books does not currently connect with Vendoo or List Perfectly. It is a mobile listing only app right now. You can get on desktop and shop and browse, but you can't list currently from the desktop. I did reach out to Pango Books, and they did give me kind of a generic response, just explaining that right now it's not something that they're looking to do. In talking with other resellers, a good point was made. It is probably good that currently it's not like that because it's going to prevent large sellers like thrift books and second sale books and those big sellers that you see on eBay that can do $4 free shipping. It's probably going to deter them from even messing with the Pango Books app. So I think for now, it is a good thing, especially if you're a true small business or doing things in volume and you have someone that can list for you. I do think it could be a good thing. I just hope in the near future it could possibly allow for cross-posting. But for right now, since cross-posting isn't an option, I'm going to focus on books that are a specific dollar amount that wouldn't go on eBay anyway. And I think I have done enough chatting, so I'm going to share my screen here and show you guys Pango Books. So I have logged in, and you guys can see right here. Here is Pango Books, and this is the main page. Now, they do have Pango AI, which is a new feature that came out around the time I did the interview. So maybe it's not as new, but you can chat with Pango. So what you would do in this scenario is you would say if this is your first time, if you're doing a series search, if you're looking for moods and vibes. And what Pango Books does is makes book suggestions. They don't necessarily suggest a seller or the seller's bookstore, but they will give suggestions of a type of book that you should look for or a type of series that you might like. And it also kind of helps with navigating the website. If this is your first time here and you don't know where to shop, how to get started, what to look for, it kind of helps you out. They do have a blog and some other, I like how immediately it dives into genres and categories. This website is truly made for buyers. It's made to be very buyer friendly, and from a seller perspective, we'll get towards that towards the end of this video, but from a seller's perspective, it operates a lot like Poshmark, and I've done about 20-ish listings over the past couple hours, which kind of again encouraged me to make this video because the listings go so fast, and I just can't recommend it enough as far as listings go. And then it has some picked for you stuff here. New listings from Pangoers like you. I like how they have Pangoers. Top 10 bestsellers on Pango. So this is important data for sellers to keep an eye on. And I really like that it's here. And then this is from my shelves. I'll explain that here in just a minute. And books from hashtags that you follow. So you can also follow different hashtags, and based on those hashtags, you'll see new books as they're listed. So again, I'll get into that when I'm talking about listing on this platform, but it's kind of like Mercari, where you're going to want to be strategic with those hashtags and those types of keywords. Most recent in fiction, so recent listings, and most recent in nonfiction. Shop with Confidence talks about how there's 100% guarantee. And then I also want to mention, because this website is strictly only books, everything is media mail shipping. You do not have to worry about shipping as a seller and figuring out the right shipping strategy. And then most wish listed listings. This is really interesting to me because all of these, if you see the trend, all of these are special fancy editions, books that have the sprayed edges. They're complete sets or series, and there's not a single one under. This is the cheapest one. All the rest of these are over $100. So as a seller, I would keep an eye out for things like this, especially when you are at garage sales, estate sales, etc. Like these special edition books, people will pay up for them. All right. My shelves. Okay, so shelves is a new feature that Pango Books offers, and how shelves works is people can have, while I am a seller, I'm also a buyer on the platform. It's kind of 2-in-1, kind of like you see with Mercari and eBay and all the other platforms. So I can create shelves, and with those shelves, I can decide different books that I'm seeing while I'm browsing on Pango Books and add them to those shelves. And what that does is it kind of creates a wish list. So I have a wish list one. I have a Merry Creepmas, which this one I'm not really going to keep. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete that one. But I have a wish list one, right? And I created this a long time ago. It is public. So what that means is when someone adds a book to their shelf, in my case, it's wish list, whoever's following me or friends with me, because it's public, they can see that wish list. They can see that shelf. I could create a shelf that says books I recommend. You know, there's just a lot of different things that you can do with shelves, and you can add books to that. And they're books that not necessarily you want to buy, or maybe you just recommend, or maybe you want to, like if I was a big book influencer, you could create a shelf that says books you should check out this week. And I could just add books from different sellers that I wanted to promote or different authors that I wanted to promote and put those books on that shelf. And if I had a ton of followers and they went to my Pango Books, they would be able to see that. Unfortunately, a lot of my wish list is already sold, which sucks. So it shows you right here the different ones that I thought were kind of fun and cool. I'm a big horror fan, so that's everything that I'm going to be looking at and wanting to check out, honestly and truthfully. And then to add a book to your shelf, I'm going to just look up horror again. I'm just going to pick the first book that comes up here. Here, this is what a listing looks like. Okay, now it looks different on mobile if you're shopping on mobile, but on desktop, this is what it looks like when you are shopping. And you can do add to cart, you can do buy it now. It states if it's a good deal or not based on its price point. You can see the star rating. So this is another thing that you could do as far as being a buyer or a seller. You could leave reviews on books that you have read or leave reviews on the books that you are selling. I would try and keep it as honest as possible. I wouldn't leave a bunch of fake 5-star reviews just hoping you make a sale. But leaving different reviews on books is actually very helpful because, again, this is meant to be like a readers-centered platform. So it encourages people to maybe check out the book and maybe you're the one selling it. And so they purchase from you. And then it also lets you know that some other people have their eyes on this book. They let you know it's a paperback. They let you know the condition of it. This shop is having a sale. So if I wanted to buy more from Emily, I could get 5% off all my orders. And I can get free shipping in her store if I spend $40. And then if I really, if I bought from her and I really like her, then I could follow her. If I have a question about any of the items in her inventory, you can send a message. There's a lot of different things that you can do on the Pango Books desktop and the mobile from a buyer's perspective. So this is a good way to do this. Now, as far as adding to a shelf, you're going to click this heart. And because I only have one shelf, it's going to automatically add it to my wish list. I could click change over here and change the shelf that it goes to, but I don't have any other shelves. So it's going to default to the only one that I have. Now, as we click on bookstores, you're going to see it's showing over 45,000 bookstores, which is really awesome. That means over 45,000 sellers. You have tons of different inventory to choose from and look at, which is really exciting. So just clicking on this, here are the first few stores that we see. I don't know how the algorithm works. I don't know who gets priority over another, but you can go to filters and do some different filter options and find some bookstores that way. Now notice immediately one of the first filters is free shipping. So I will emphasize that offering free shipping on a certain dollar amount in your store is a really good way to get traction and interest into your store, on top of having quality photos and interesting content that people want to purchase. Okay, and next we're going to briefly go over how to list on Pango Books. And I will be doing kind of a voiceover. You're going to see over my face. When you're on the main screen, you're going to click sell. And then immediately it wants you to take a cover photo. And then you take a picture of the cover photo. And then you immediately need to either manually enter in the ISBN number or you can scan the barcode. And then it will find the book that you're trying to list, which is really cool. Very rarely has it not been able to find a book that I'm listing. Now, this obviously can work with manual ISBN entries. If you're talking about books that don't have ISBN numbers, they're very old, they're antique books, you can skip through this. You don't have to type this in. All it does is just make the pre-entered information flow a lot easier for you. So it adds in title, author, category, genre, the type of book. A lot of things get pre-filled here. And then there are sometimes even guides as far as how to properly price the book based on previous sold listings, which is actually really helpful. And I do appreciate having that data. And then it's up to you how you want to price that. And then you can also put in any other added information as far as the description. And here you're going to want to be thorough. Now, as far as hashtags, they will make a recommendation on some hashtags, but what I found is I focus on always, if it's a paperback or hardcover, I use that hashtag. I use fiction or nonfiction hashtag. I always put in the author as a hashtag. I always put in the genre as a hashtag. So paranormal romance, I actually would do paranormal romance, then I do paranormal, then I do romance. Fantasy, sci-fi, horror, all of those types of categories. Children's books, I will put in a children's book hashtag. Um, I try to think about keywords that someone would type in the search bar. That's what I try to use for my hashtags. And then I also try to think of things that someone would follow. Me personally, I would follow a Stephen King hashtag. So it makes sense that if I was listing a Stephen King book to use a Stephen King hashtag. Okay. And then you list it and it is good to go. Notice that we didn't have to put anything in there regarding shipping other than the weight. And most of the time, the weight auto pre-fills for you because it has information on the book already. I don't know where they pull from a database. It may be from somewhere like Goodreads or something. I'm not sure, but it does pull that information and gets an idea of a weight of that book. You can always adjust it. Everything is adjustable that autofills, but that is such a nice feature, especially as we adapt into more AI generated and AI supported listings, especially on platforms like Poshmark. Like I listed a pair of boots the other day on Poshmark. The AI did literally everything for me. It was absolutely phenomenal and I loved it. So I think that AI is going to be a really great tool for us as resellers as we move forward, especially when it comes to listing. So that's it, guys. It is that quick. It is that fast. Really, the thing that takes the longest for me is just taking really good pictures and making sure my description is good. Other than that, I can list so quickly on this app. It is so encouraging though, because it makes me motivated to keep listing. And then as you keep listing, obviously, the more you list, the more you're going to sell, the more attention you'll get, the more interest in your bookstore and in the type of books that you have for sale. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I tried to keep it a little short and sweet, and I try not to ramble too much, but I think that seeing some of this information and the walkthrough is helpful. If you're not already a Pango Books user or a seller on that platform, I do have the link in the description of this video where I am a Pango Books ambassador. You can actually join. You will get, I think, a little bit of a dollar credit using my link. I would really, really appreciate it if you did that. I think it's an awesome app. And I think that as far as even just being a buyer, even if you just want to browse and maybe find cheap inventory that maybe you could flip somewhere else. Maybe you find a really cheap book that you could flip on eBay or Amazon, or maybe you just like to read. Maybe that's why one of the many reasons that you follow me. Or if you're like me that you like to read and resell the books, I think it would be a really good platform for you. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Again, links are in the description of this video. Anything Katey Reads related is always going to be in the description of this video. Check out the platform. Let me know what you think. Let me know, are you already selling? Have you been selling? Have you had good success? And I will see you guys in the next video.